Happy November, dear one. I just channeled the Akashic records to do an energy update. I opened the records of Mother Earth, I opened them of humankind, and I asked them, what does we need to do to make this life, this world, an epic world, a beautiful world? What can we do? What are the energies of November, and how can we move in a way that is absolutely in our highest alignment? So, what you're gonna hear is that channeling. Sit back. It is an energy transmission, so you might feel a lot of things happening. Allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself to enjoy this. And I wish you an incredible November. Enjoy this energy update, enjoy this transmission from the Akashic Records. Dear soul of divine design, welcome to this transmission. We advise you to start with a couple of deep breaths. Get comfortable. Your life will immediately get better by taking deep breaths through the nose. And what is even more awesome about your month ahead is that most of you tuning in to this transmission already have done a lot of the work. And we will come back to that because it is important that you know the energy dynamics and that it sometimes can be really good to have done preparatory healing so that some other months will be light in comparison. But let's start with the following, because we feel and see that many are in dynamics where you are dealing with old habits, old behaviors, old dynamics and activities that simply seem to the conscious mind not serving you. Things like distraction, things like procrastination, or even addiction. Of course, to the surface you might think those things are just simply not needed, but you will notice that they will keep coming up and that fighting them or removing them will be a very hard battle, most of the time not won. So the solution is not to fight this. The solution is not to resist this. The solution is to accept this. Accept the behavior as it is now, because only through acceptance another perspective can come forward. And that perspective can be so profound, it will change your life for the better. Let's take the example of distraction. You might be distracted and you might feel guilty about that, which is not helping any of your vibrational composition. And so there is guilt and you feel bad and things get emotionally a little bit lower in their vibration, which increases the amount of distraction. And so you are robbing yourself of life force. And then you might resist it and you try to focus really hard on something. Doesn't work. The mind starts to move into all different places. Now, this is not needed when you stop resisting it and start accepting it. How does that look like? Distraction comes. All of a sudden you plan to do something. All of a sudden you're doing a completely different activity that moves in the opposite direction. And you can say, wow, I'm distracted. And just accept that at that moment you felt distracted. And then you can ask yourself, wow, what moved me in this direction? Can I learn something from this? Or is there something here for me to see? And you will notice that by accepting your so-called bad habits, actually there are hidden lessons inside of them. And only by accepting, you eventually remove these bad habits out of your life. By resisting, it will continue. By fighting it, it will continue. Go for it. Allow yourself to be distracted, but be aware. Allow yourself what happens, what moves you in those directions, and you become aware of something so powerful. It might be a life lesson that will continually move you forward in divine direction. So if you ever ask yourself, why does this thing constantly come up? It is constantly coming up because there is a big lesson for you inside. There is some kind of medicine that you need to extract from this. So allow yourself to go in there. Allow yourself with an open mind and an accepted view to experience these things. Accept it all. And we don't mean accept it of like, I will accept this to be forever in my life. That's what some minds think when they are in black and white thinking. No, just accept it in the current moment, when it is happening. Allow your acceptance to be present moment focused. Right now, I am distracted. Right now, I am procrastinating. Right now, I am giving into an addiction. Right now, I'm triggered and I'm lashing out even though in the background I feel I shouldn't. That's acceptance. Just acknowledging that it happens right now without any resistance or judgment or conclusion is acceptance. Present moment acceptance will reveal to you the lessons that you need to extract. And this will be so powerful. You might even become a teacher for others so they can faster learn the lessons that you will learn in this month. Beautiful. We want to talk about something very powerful that is landing on your earth. We call it the Trifecta of Inner Power. As you might have noticed, the Divine really likes trinities, trifectas, and numbers of 3. So do we. And this trifecta is one of beautiful potency that is landing on your collective consciousness. The trifecta of inner power consists of love, truth, and wellness. Out of these 3 major pillars, all of the other inner qualities you need are naturally stemming forward. You will notice that you are capable of loving yourself more now than you were maybe 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Now, know that currently with this new trifecta landing on your earth, this will increase to a whole new level. You will find appreciation for your smallest quirks and things. And this inner love can be cultivated by appreciating yourself, by expressing love to your organs, to your hands, to your feet, to any part of your body or mind. It deserves love. Every cell is working hard for you to give you this experience of third dimensional reality. It deserves love. And by you giving love, you will receive a lot of inner love in return. The second pillar of this trifecta of inner peace is truth. You have an inner truth. This inner truth is there for a reason. It can be very different than other people's inner truth. But your inner truth is powerful. Therefore, not only listen to it, act on it. Not only know what is right or truthful to you, embody it. Step into your truth. If you stand for something strongly, let that be known. If you are against something strongly and you see it happening, let that be known. If you know you are meant to do something right now, do it. If you know you are meant to say something right now, instead of talking in your mind or with somebody else, say it directly in the direction it needs to be said. If you feel a no, but you're considering if you're going, don't go. If you feel a strong yes, but you feel shy to say so, still say yes. If somebody asks you for something, but you feel overwhelmed by the opportunity, somehow you know it has been what you always asked for, go for it. Allow yourself to breathe and to step into what you're made for. That is inner truth. Not only the listening to it, the acting on it will set you free. And then the finer pillar of this trifecta is wellness. How good are you caring for yourself? Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. With physically means, what is the last time you went for a massage? Or for a day in a spa? When it has been the last time that you have been working out? Your body loves to work out. Everybody loves to work out. But if the momentum has been stopped, somehow it is hard to start again. So care for your body by making sure it moves sufficiently, and also making sure it is receiving love sufficiently. Like soothing and nourishing activities, massage, a spa day, something that truly makes you feel reborn. That's physical wellness. Mental wellness. What are you receiving? Which media are you infusing? Which thoughts are you entertaining? Are they thoughts of wellness and joy? Or are they thoughts of lower frequency topics, complaining, guilt, blaming, judgment? Take inventory about your mind and how well your mind is feeling. And if changes are needed, change it. It will be easier than ever to start that process. Emotional wellness. Are you filling your day enough with things that truly make you feel a happy human? Do you have enough moments in your day that sparkle joy, inspiration, or creativity, or love, meaning? If not, it's time. And finally, spiritual wellness. How well are you feeling spiritually? Do you have faith? Do you feel that Spirit is always here, embracing you, working with you, and talking with you? They sure do. They're always here to help you. But are you in a state of wellness when it comes to this? Or is there frustration? Is there fear or anxiety? This little reality check might be uncomfortable, but also really useful to do this at the start of this month. And wherever you feel you are not well, allow yourself to create that wellness. Because this trifecta of inner peace and inner power comes from love, truth, and wellness. Take care of these 3 things this month, and you will absolutely transform any negative spiral into a positive one. You will absolutely move states of very low energy and low life force into a lot of life force and a lot of joy for life. Just focus on this trifecta. How much are you loving and receiving love? How much are you stepping and acting in your truth? And how much wellness are you generating for yourself? And if you have an overflowing cup, for others as well. Just this alone can be a transmission. But there is more that we want to share, because November is a beautiful month. Some astrologers in the room will of course announce that Scorpio season has started. And most of the time your Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, is very much a sign of depth and transformation and things of that nature. But many of you already had a whole Scorpio year this year. Now, if you have attended to your healing well, actually this month is not gonna be a month where you need to go into the depth. You already did it for so many months. Actually this month might reward you with the healing work that you have been doing. Because why do like Scorpios to go into the depth? Most of the time they love it because they come out of it with wisdom, truth, love, the same qualities we just talked about. But it's not everyone's passion to go into the depth like that. But life has forced many of you into that. And we respect that. We respect and honor your journey. And we are here to support and hold space for the transformations that you have chosen to go for. But if you have felt a lot of transformation in the last year, this month might be the opposite of going to the depths. It might be a light journey for you. So invite that and acknowledge yourself, because it is in the acknowledging that you will find this lightness. Acknowledge yourself in ways by saying, wow, I really went into the depth. I really transformed quite a lot. Let me just celebrate that. Let me acknowledge myself. In this way, you will profoundly help your being into creating a very light month instead of another month of transformation. Now, if you had a couple of light months, you might want to do some transformational work. But we see that most who are tuning in right now are actually of the camp where they did a lot of transformational work this year. So don't forget to acknowledge yourself And with doing so, you invite lightness into your Scorpio November month. And we want to wish everyone that ease and lightness that we are talking about. Our final theme that we want to discuss is that outer peace can only come from inner peace, and the new world can only come from an inner new world. Now, what do we mean with that? First of all, there are some big conflicts on display in your reality. Of course, they don't radiate peacefulness. But if you feel a strong wish for peace, then make sure you start cultivating that inside of yourself. Yoga and exercise, combined with meditation, are brilliant direct pathways towards peace. So reinitiate that practice and make sure that if you are here to create peace, that you start creating it within yourself, because it is contagious. When somebody is peaceful and is just resting their eyes and their attention on you when you have a conversation with it, you feel immediately you can relax. On the opposite, if somebody is not peaceful, is nervous, eyes are constantly moving all kinds of directions, voice moving fast, breath very shallow up in the chest, even though you were peaceful before you started the conversation, because of the nervousness, all of a sudden that nervousness becomes contagious. So if you want peace, become so peaceful that you will make a nervous person instantly land in a state of tranquility. Allow your peace to deepen. That's the best way you will be able to create outer peace, the end of the wars and conflicts can only happen when humanity decides to cultivate inner peace. And you can be one of these beautiful humans that become a source of light for many others in the cultivation of this peace. The same dynamic is going on if you feel a strong calling to create the new world. What are the qualities of the new world? What, in your view of the new world, do you feel that it needs to run on? Which values does it need to hold? Which qualities are alive in humanity? Now, when you have that strong vision and you see what is possible, the next step is to be already a person that naturally embodies these qualities. That's the fast way you will be able to create a new world. That's the fast way you step into that. So if you feel the new world should be more compassionate, be more compassionate. If you feel the new world so based on respect, be respectful, even within your mental world. If you feel animals needs to take care for, make sure that you take care of your own being. Because even though humans think they are quite intelligent, they are still, for a lot of percent, animal. and you are one. So, care for your monkey mind. Care for your animal instincts. Allow them to be respected and seen, and you will step into a world where animals are taken care for. If you want the world to be clean, and this new world is clean, it doesn't have pollution anymore, stop polluting yourself and start living clean. We know this all sounds very confrontational, but we want to truly shine a light on the integrity it needs for it to manifest. We are not here to call you out, we are here to show you and shine a clear light on how you can create a new world. It's not that hard. It just requires a firm intention. Once you decide and say, that's true, I want to see the qualities of purity, of compassion, of care, of respect in this new world, I feel it's possible, then make a decision and say, so that's what I'm gonna be from now on. I'm gonna be respectful in spite of this world not truly manifested right now. I'm gonna give the respect that I feel is possible. I'm gonna be in the compassion that I feel is possible. I'm gonna care for myself and others in the way I want everyone to be cared for, and so forth. It starts with that, and it is inspiring and contagious for many humans that haven't found their center like that to follow. Sometimes humans think that they are so small, what can they do in this big world with all these crazy leaders that are fighting? You can do a lot. Your energy body is interconnected with all of life. If you start vibrating at a certain level, you can, just by osmosis, infect a whole group with the most beautiful vibrations and the most beautiful qualities. Maybe you're at a concert. Everyone is listening to the music, but nobody is dancing. It only needs to take one brave soul to start dancing for 3 minutes, and a second one will join. A third one will find it easier to join after that. Before you know it is a group of 10. Before you know it is a group of 20. Before you know it is a group of 100. Before you know it, the whole lower floor of that concert is dancing and moving their bodies and feeling free in doing so. That same effect can happen when you start embodying inner peace and when you start embodying the qualities of the new world. And we are here to help you. It is a lot easier than your mind wants to believe. It's a lot safer than your mind wants to believe. And may this transmission be a permission slip for you to start owning what you stand for. We wish you a blissful November, dear one. May it be light, may it be in integrity, and may you feel the trifecta of your inner power land in your field and see it landing in a lot of other fields. So you are an embodiment of love, truth, and wellness. Wow. So those were the Akashic records. Oof, there was a lot in this transmission, so let it all be integrated. Keep on breathing deeply. If you want, it can really help to ground or to sip some water. I feel very happy to start this month because we just finished the Velis Fin experience, and I promised people to start channeling in 5 days, but they already started channeling in the second day. And I was like, whoa, so beautiful. So I want to thank everyone who joined. It was absolutely a blissful experience for me, and I really feel I want to do more of these events where I open people in a very safe way to spirit. So stay tuned for that, but I just feel the celebration of that as I'm recording this. So if you want to learn how to channel, if you want to use your spiritual connection to create a life of bliss and purpose and power, I'm here. The Sacred Alignment Academy is a beautiful place to explore that and to completely be financially supported by your guidance, by your soul's design. It's an absolute bliss for me to do so, and may this transmission also really help you in making an awesome November for yourself, in moving into these upward spirals and just owning who you are. We really are moving into a time where we learn how to own who we are, not from a selfish place, actually because we can help so many people with it. So may this transmission be well, and if you feel like it, go into the comments and share a little bit with me what you felt, what was resonant with you. Maybe even an action step that you want to take from this video, because once we take action based on the inspiration that we receive, sky's the limit. So I want to thank you for watching this all the way to the end. Have a brilliant November, dear one. Much love. So with that being said, thank you for being here all the way to the end. Have a brilliant November, dear one. Much love.